Hello everybody, and welcome to today's session. In today's mess, we are going to be ruining our lives. It is not going to be pretty, is the least I have to say to you. Let me get the ambient music going. This is important. Since the first time I did a chat confession stream, a precedent has been set of how bad these things need to get. Whereas we would have people admitting to pooing their pants in second grade in the last one, or doing something rather innocent if a little embarrassing. Now, every response I got, I'm pretty sure was a paragraph. Also, if you like this video, there will be this big card at the end of the video that you can click or tap to take you to another one like it. It would mean so much to me if you did to line my pockets. Also, if you want to get in on the next chat confession stream, because they are a crazy ass time, we do these live at twitch.tv/Kwote. Follow me there. That's when I announce when I'm doing stuff.
Okay, listen up viewers, there is a big content warning with this video. My sanity has just been depleted. I had to chug so much G Fuel. I am so jacked up with this because I had to painfully go through this video. Use code Kwote for discount for G Fuel, by the way.
This is not pretty. Like, you guys think I'm fucking with you, but this first one, I feel like the longer I hold it from you, the worse it's gonna get. This is like an actual crime. I'm keeping these anonymous for a reason, guys. Mods, I'm definitely gonna need you to run the polls this time. It's on you. When I was 7, I snuck into my sister's room in her closet because I wanted to jump out and scare her. She was 16. Thing was, she was getting dressed. I jumped out and scared her, but she was naked. And it was awkward. And I thought she was gonna scream for mom, but she didn't. This is where it gets nuts. She blackmailed me unless I let her do something. I thought it was minor. She asked me to show my dick to her and make out with her. Sounds like a start to a hentai. Thing was, I wasn't gonna do it, but double down on the blackmail was gonna make it look took advantage of her while she was sleeping. I had no choice years later. I'm 20 and I'm gay because of that scarring moment. You see what I'm talking about? Do you see what I mean? I feel like the question here is, can the sister be redeemed? Because the person who was doing this, they wanted to pull a harmless prank. It would have been awkward if they like jumped out on their sister changing. Like, that would be cringe. But then their sister made it like weird. Holy shit, these are worse? You thought I was lying. I was not. Really don't want to have that in my search history personally. I've already got it on my conscience. Isn't that enough? Oh God. All right, yeah, it looks like we got a no on the redemption. I'm pretty much with you on that one. Yeah, and that was our first one. I haven't gone to the bottom of these, so these could get worse or more consumable from here on out. I'm hoping more consumable. One of my friends ended up going to a private school, but we still talked through Discord. Thanks for the sub, Grey Pyro. He introduced me to his new friend, and we played games together. This guy was very much a simp for me. Eventually, me and him got together, and I personally did it for my own gain, since he was smart and rich, so I knew he might purchase me items in the future. After us dating for 3 months and me opening up to him about my mental health, he ended up using against me and started calling me crazy, and we broke up because of it. If he wanted to break up with me for being crazy, then I was gonna show him crazy. Fuck. I ended up calling his friends and crying to them on the phone, and they believed my side of the story and dropped him. I also broke into his home. This idea came up since we broke up a few weeks before Christmas, and he purchased me a gift and I was going to steal it. He conveniently told me to not message him since he was going on a family trip. So I took to his house and made sure that nobody, including his dogs, were home, and I broke in stealing the necklace that he purchased me. I didn't get caught and he never suspected me. 2 years later, he messaged me saying he missed me, so I think he's the crazy one. Reddit, I don't know why you felt the need to break into his home. That's just like a bit much. Ratting on him to his friends was like a little petty, but probably deserved if he was doing that to you. Like, I'm sure they wouldn't want to associate with someone if he was that bad. Fuck me, you broke into his house! And considering you broke into his house, and I don't want to use this term derogatorily, but you broke into his fucking house. So maybe you are a little crazy. Like, maybe you are like a little nuts. Can they be redeemed for committing a crime? Yeah, at least they didn't kill anything. Like, there's worse things to do, I'd definitely say. No one in this confession will be named. The fact that they had to specify that is real. TLDR, I slept with my ex's dad to get back at my cheating ex. Awesome. Okay, so back in 2019, when I was in 9th grade, I dated this person who isn't going to be named and will instead be called the Pacific Ocean. I'm just gonna call them Pat. Named Pat. Pat and I have already had a past, seeing as I've known them since 5th grade. I'm in 11th grade currently, and I'm currently 16. Me and Pat have been friends for a while up until February, the month we got together. That's when we started dating. We dated for about a healthy 2 years up until June in the middle of Pride Month in 2021. During Pride Month, I found out that not only did Pat cheat on me the entire 2 years we were dating, and not only that, but cheated on me with all of my friends. Now, I was pissed, like insanely pissed off. All I ever did was buy them gifts and be there for them as much as I can. Too much to where I started failing in school, so from how pissed I was, I took my pissed offness to their dad. He was 53. That guy should be in jail. That guy should be in fucking prison. Like, that dude should be in a fucking, like, hole. Whoever wrote this, if you're watching this right now, you should report a fucking crime. If this, I hope this is fucking fake. I hope this is fucking fake. Obviously, like, fucking someone's dad is petty as hell, but like, that's just a crime. There's not even a redemption there. You're a victim, man. Jeez. When I was in my freshman year of college, I had the shittiest English professor in the world, and the attendance policy was that you couldn't miss class unless you had a hospital note, or if you were at a funeral with 0 exceptions. One day, I was on my way to class, I ran over a pothole, and my tire popped, so I was freaking out because I was going to miss class and was probably going to get withdrawn. When I went home, I sat down at my computer and started writing my fake hospital note because I was not trying to get withdrawn. When I realized the hospital note wouldn't satisfy me enough, so I opened up Adobe Illustrator and made a fake funeral pamphlet. I hated this man so much and wanted to make him feel as bad as humanly possible, so I wrote the most fucking gut-wrenching in memory of that I possibly could. The next time we had class, I made myself fake cry before I went in so I could be teary when I gave it to him, and the man looked so guilty when I did. I do not regret it at all, and it was very satisfying to see. I swear to God, every one of these that we've done so far, we have somebody faking a death to get out of responsibility, except this one I think was justified, because like a flat tire is out of your control, and you had to miss class. You shouldn't be failed over something like that because of everyday inconveniences. A professor being a hard ass like that deserves to be fucked with a little bit. There's no redemption to be had here because you were in the right. Shit. Fuck! I saw the scissor emoji and I know exactly where this is going. Why is it always these, man? I'm not gonna have a video. Do you know, like, we can't keep all of these. I'm sure there'll be more like that, but I need a fucking breather. My first, oh, God fucking damn it! I can't fucking do it! Every fucking time! My first kiss was my brother. Of course it was. Of fucking course it was! My siblings and I always roleplayed our favorite movies when we were really young. Like 6 probably. And I was always the female main character while my twin brother was the guy main character. So we watched Space Jam and I was Lola Buddy. Of fucking course you were! Of course you were Lola Buddy! That's so awesome! While he was Bugs, and if you've watched the original Space Jam movie, you would know that Lola gives Bugs a kiss by the end of the movie. So of course when that scene came on, we were both weirded out, no shit, but the show must go on. Oh, so it was theater. Okay, never mind then. It's not as bad as it could have been. Still weird, but not as bad, and you were like 6, so I'll let it slide. So I gave him a quick kiss on the lips and we just went on. I'm so disappointed in myself, I wish I could stab younger me. That's just an embarrassing toddler story, man, I'm gonna be honest. I made my little pony in Bratz doll have sex. It was Pinkie Pie in the Asian-looking bitch. That's worse than the first one. I'ma say I'll let the first one slide because you were dumb kids and you were weirded out at the time. But I'm gonna dead you on that last one. As a child, I would absolutely traumatize my stepsister. I mean, as long as you're not doing anything weird with her. I remember gaslighting her, locking her in a dark closet, and other things. We absolutely hate each other still, which is understandable. I honestly think I was evil to her when I was younger, because she was always such a happy person, and my depressed ass would hate her for feeling like she can actually live a happy life. I'm still mean to her sometimes, and I feel super shitty about it. Anyways, I love you, mommy, like you're my favorite bisexual floating hoodie. This is like the fucking worst part about these confessions, man. Like, people will just confess how they're the shittiest fucking person imaginable, then be like, anyways, I love your videos. And I'm like, and what does that say about me? That someone like you likes my videos? What does that say about me? What do I do with that? Where do I go from there with that information? Back when I was like 6 or 8, we used to have 2 pet rabbits. Oh no. Maybe this won't go where I think it's going. Maybe this won't go where I think it's going. One was named Brian and one was named Whitney. I don't know why, but like on a Tuesday, I for some fucking reason wanted to see what would happen if I stuck a rabbit in the washer. It went there. So I stuck Brian in the washer on spin, and for like a good minute, and then took him out. And instead of fucking telling my parents, I ended up throwing him on the side of the washer. Eventually my parents found him, and I don't know how, but they found out I stuck him in the washer. What do you mean you don't know how they found out? It's pretty fucking obvious. The rabbit doesn't just get inside on accident. That bitch is closed. What do you mean they didn't know? Oh my god, he didn't die. Thank fucking god. Holy shit. Oh, I'm so glad he didn't die, but you're weird. They told me I was a psychopath for doing that, and now it comes up whenever my siblings and I get in a fight. Yeah, like, so there is an actual phenomena where like kids will like hurt animals and not be psychopaths. It's called like pain testing. They want to see like how far they can take it. That doesn't mean they're like a piece of shit or like won't grow up into an upstanding human in society, but I fucking hope it gets brought up against you, bro. That's nuts. Over the weekend in October, about 2 years ago, I had invited a girl over and we had planned on doing the sexy, and I wanted to try anal, so I asked, she accepted. After a bit of cuddling and eventually started doing the deed, after a couple pumps, I went for anal, and Lord have mercy, she shat all over my dick. I didn't know how she didn't notice, or she just pretended not to, but it was just so foul, I had to stop. She asked what happened, and I just pretended like nothing had happened. Just that I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Washed it off, but it honestly wasn't even that bad. I'm pretty sure I got a scat fetish from it. I'm a degenerate. I could smell that rolling off the screen, man. That's vile. Definitely on the vile scale, man. When I was about 4 years old, for whatever reason, I loved eating raw sausages and yogurt, and I would go downstairs at night to eat them out of the fridge when my mom was sleeping. So she put a lock on the fridge to prevent me from eating raw meat. That night, when I came downstairs to go to the fridge and discovered I couldn't eat my late night snack, apparently in a fit of anger, I went back upstairs and plugged up the bathroom sink with toilet paper and went back to bed as I left the water running. Our entire kitchen ceiling collapsed, and it was a rented house. Oh my fucking god, you motherfuckers are so stupid. How could you, like, were you even tall enough to reach the inside of the sink? That's crazy, man. Fucking little demon. Absolutely insane. I was 9, I found my mom's pads and used all of them as stickers. She was on her period and had to drag me with her to get some more. I opened the box up and used half of them before she turned around and smacked me so hard we hit the car in front of us. We actually did bump a car. The guy was mad about it, but no actual damage was done. Can I be saved? You're Did you not learn your lesson the first time when she was mad at you? Oh my fucking god, that's so funny. That's so funny. I used my mom's pads as stickers, and she got mad at me, and then we bought more because we didn't have any more, and then I did it again, and then the car crashed. Created a roleplay that lasted 2 years and involved shipping me and my friends with fictional characters. Yeah, Ed's world is forever ruined for me. Second confession, I used to jerk off in a school bathroom. Third, I've been wearing the same pair of jeans for a month. You sound ratty as hell. I'm such a compulsive. I showered today. I feel like I need to shower again after that. I know I'm being a little insulting this stream, guys. Like I'm calling people names when I usually don't in chat. But this is anonymous for a reason, right? Plus, it's you can't say something undeserving like that. Very difficult time using the restroom as a kid, so I used to pee an event we had on the floor. I stopped, but my younger sister started doing it, and my parents found out and blamed it all on her. I didn't come clean because I'm such a great older brother. Holy fuck, dude, you got away with that one. You got away with that. What would, like, did your sister know that you were doing it, or did she just start thinking of doing it on her own time? Was it convergent thinking? Was it like a genetic instinct? Me, a new Kwote claw. Cross it off the bingo. This is a blackberry. This shit tastes like Go-Gurt, you know. Me and my sister have made my little sister to think that almost every meat is chicken. So now she calls every meat chicken if it's not visibly, obviously not chicken. We are gaslighting, gatekeeping girl bosses. When I was in 3rd grade, I loved Undertale, and I loved Sans specifically. So I asked my friends to call me Sans and drank ketchup. You were in 3rd grade when Undertale came out? Y'all are too young to be in this goddamn stream. What are you, like 12? That was 5 years ago. You are too damn young. Once in college, I decided it was a good idea to get absolutely shit-faced. And the next morning, I decided to go to the Cincinnati Zoo. Long story short, I threw up all over the grave of Harambe. Good grief. They have a grave? Well, yeah, they died. That's usually what you do to commemorate somebody who was loved. Can you imagine being the kid who fell into the enclosure? Let's remove the meme from this for a second. Or a kid who is getting dragged around by a gorilla, and like, your life was really in danger around it. Like, it's a meme that he was showing him something and shit. But in real life, that kid could have fucking died, and everybody's mad at you for getting the gorilla who is gonna get you killed. Like, can you fucking imagine, dude? Like, there's so many memes on TikTok about people being mad at the kid who got Harambe killed. When I was 5, I wiped my ass with a curtain because there was no toilet paper. Oh, that must have smelled for weeks. I was 5. With the help of a friend, we pushed a kid down and choked him by putting grass in his mouth. His face turned a little blue, but a teacher stopped us before he had lost consciousness. This was prompted because of an argument we had, and he said they think pink is a girl color and that pink is stupid. So in defense, I choked him. I also wanted to know what would happen if you stabbed something, so I took my fish out of its tank and grabbed a kitchen knife and stabbed it. And when I was done, I just flushed it down the toilet. Why do you guys put the worst one? Actually, no, these are both fucking awful. In his defense, you fucking choked him. You tried to murder that guy. And also you stabbed your fish. I'm sensing a pattern. I found out my ex was cheating on me when I tested positive for syphilis. I'm sorry. They gave me medication and it was cured. I looked into it more and it turns out he was sleeping around while texting me most of the time. I was pissed, so I never told him I got tested. He started getting nerve pain and all those fantastic syphilis symptoms. I broke up with him, of course. I don't regret not telling him. He didn't believe in doctors, so I'm pretty sure he still has it to this day. It's been a few years. That's like barely a confession. That's just like leaving him to like the fucking consequences of his actions, man. When I was young, I had a friend who would piss and shit in the cabinet under her TV stand. She used to ask me to watch and could have stopped there. And we used to take turns pissing there. You joined? You joined in? Awesome. Great. bright. This is the next generation, folks. Bunch of bright heads on there. Am I turning into a boomer? It didn't have a way to catch the liquid, but it was entirely surrounded by piles of stuffed animals that she put there on purpose. I stopped joining her a couple months after it started, and I moved away before she stopped doing it at all. Pissed her. Why did you join? Why did you go along with it? Like, what was the motivation? When I was 8, I was at my best friend's birthday party, and my friend wanted to be nice, so she invited this one girl I hated named Ocean. I can see why she was hated. Her parents set her up for that one. My best friend and Ocean were getting along really well, and I didn't want her to steal my friend, so while my friend was in the fridge, I slammed the door on her head as hard as I could and blamed it on Ocean. My friend has had an undying hatred for her to this day. I ruined my old hitting coach's life on accident. It was deserved. Long story short, I told my parents that my coach followed me to the bathroom, not knowing the implications, and they reported it to the police. Turns out he was already on their radar for cheese pizza. Even after explaining the situation, my mom is still convinced that you were SA'd by him. You accidentally did a really good thing, so good for you. I was 7, I was in the backyard. Unfortunately, workers were in the backyard that day, so after they left, my mom went to see if they'd done a proper job, but instead found obviously human shit. And since she had only seen the workers there, she thought one of them had dropped a log in the yard. She still doesn't know it was me. Oh, you prick. You probably got someone fired. He needed to feed his family that week. And now he can't. I had some really weird contraptions I made where I converted toys into sex dolls. I had my childhood toy turn into a sex device when I was 12. I cut a slit into the rear end of the doll and I stuffed rubber gloves into that slit. Later, I had fucking fungus growing from the doll. Childhood memories ruined due to horniness. You're supposed to use sponges for a reason. There's like literal fucking guides online for this. You made this so much harder on yourself for no reason. I accidentally ran over my cat while listening to audio of you playing Friday Night Funkin'. So now I cannot play or watch Friday Night Funkin' without remembering running over my cat. Is this my fault? Is this one my fault? If I had never played Friday Night Funkin', would that cat still be alive? Did I do this? I need to reconsider the future of content creation for myself. It was definitely worse than the first one, I'd say. But if I can't trust you guys to properly police yourself, I'm gonna have to start collecting emails for the confessions, guys. Did you know if you're watching this on YouTube, you missed out on this live? It was a fucking banger of a stream, man. We're at like fucking 700, that's crazy. So I stream on twitch.tv/Kwote on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. It's awesome. You guys should definitely hang out. You guys should definitely be here for the next chat confession stream, because I have a feeling that these are only going to escalate in how much they hurt.